Hey all, welcome back to my series where I build my own Pokemon card selling business. And we just finished month 5. And as always, I will show you all my numbers in the end of the video. Before we do this, I will show you some of my progress from this month. I think there are some exciting or interesting topics for you also there. One is, for example, how I continued building up my Shopify store and how it looks right now and what I did to automate it a bit. And also I want to give you some more insights on my CardTrader sales. I took a look at my data and I will show you from which countries I got the most orders from CardTrader, which sells over the world, and it's very interesting from which countries I got my orders. But before we do this, let's hand over to Live Toby and he will show you which cards I bought this month. Here we got the auction I bought last week, and we got here 135 cards in total, 2 sealed and the others are just X cards most of the time. And as you can see, we got like many trainer cards, then also some master cards, master ball cards, then also another trainer cards, whole evolution from Prismatic Evolution, and yeah, just then some usual Pokeballs here, I think like 10 or 15 maybe. Then a lot of X cards, I think some are duplicates as well. But yeah, in total I paid over, I think $85 for all of them. And I think alone, like only these 30 cards are worth more, like 100 maybe. And then all the others I list then, yeah, the most of usual X cards. So I list them usually between $1 and $2. Okay, perfect. Thanks, Live Toby. But I bought another collection, which was, I think, the largest until now, for around about $220. And so let's take a look what's inside there. I just received the collection which I ordered last week. And let me go quickly through it. So the most cards are in near mint condition. And it was stored very clean in like these sheets here. And in the binder. And so as you can see, there are also some rainbow cards inside, and then also like some reverse cards. And then the second one, here we get some more of the secret rare cards, also like some rainbow cards with it. And in total, a very cool collection, I think. And in total I paid around about 200 for them. Maybe there are some cards which I can send to PSA later on. I just store right now my cards which I want to send to PSA, because I mentioned in like 1 or 2 videos ago that I cannot send right now from Switzerland to the US, because right now, because of the tax constraints, I cannot send to the US. But later next year there will be a PSA submission center in Germany, so I can then use this one. And I saw a website in Netherlands which can send to PSA for quite a good price, I think. And yeah, so I will do this then over this side, I think, in the next few months. And yeah, so this is the collection. And here are now all the single cards from the collection. I sorted them out right now and checked them for PSA grading. I also found some which are worth to grade, I think. One of them was a Rayquaza card. Yeah, but as I told you, I will send them later on. And I show you then which cards I will send. And it's a very nice collection, very cool cards here. And in the top also some Pokeball cards. And yeah, this is now the collection. Now we take a look on my Shopify store. And we can see here all my cards which are listed right now on my Shopify store under the category of Pokemon singles. And as you see, I have now all my 360 cards which have a value of over $1 on the site. And I added a new feature that if you hover over each of the pictures, you can see the photo of it. Yeah, if you have like 2 cards from one variant, then it's only one picture. I do not make a picture for every card, so it's just like more that you can see that yeah, how the card will look in reality. And usually otherwise I have like the stock photos here. Why I need the real photos here is I want to sell this on Ricardo, which is similar to eBay in the US, and I need the photos there. I cannot use the stock photos, it's not permitted there. And this is why I also do a photo for each. And as you can see, I have also like the German cards. This one is like, for example, a German one, and this is a US or English one. And this is English, and this is then German. This took a bit of time to do this because the German cards are harder to find. The English cards are very easy to find. But yeah, I handled it, and I need to fix some manually. The most I just could match automatically. This took therefore a bit of time, but now I think it's fine. And also if I add new cards, it should work for the most cards. I need to do some manual checks, but I think it's fine right now to have like the proper process in place. And yeah, exactly. And the other thing which I want to show you is that I also integrated like the Google. This is, by the way, my inventory on the back end. This is how it looks on Shopify. If you didn't use it, will also look like this. You have like a product for each card, have like ID, and then you can just set here the quantity. If you sell something, you can just adjust it here, or if you have a new card, just adjust it here. And then also, which I added, is the Google feature, so that my cards can show up on Google as the free ads. For example, I just type by Abomasnow Astral Radiance, and then you can see here on the top are always the sponsored products. This is if you pay for it. So then you need to pay like a fee to Google, and it would be advertised, your card. But you have then also like this section, and if it shows up here, then these are like listings for Google directly. So you do not need to pay for this. And to get it like this, I just use the Shopify tool, and then hopefully my offers, if someone Google were for the correct card, for the specific card, it will show up also here, and the customers can find my shop. Right now I didn't get many sales because no one knows my shop, and I hope that with this feature I can get some traffic also to my Shopify store. And let's go back. Also here in my Google Studio then, and the most are approved already of my products. The thing is, I'm not very sure that it will work already, because if I go to the Google Merchant Center, I can see I got 5 total clicks, and I think for the last 2 weeks. So I think this is right now still under review, because it shows here under review, even it shows here approved. So I don't know, I didn't try this before. Maybe I need to wait a few more days or weeks until this will work. If I select this, they are on limited status, and if I select free listings, which are important for me, it shows just under review. So yeah, I think I need to wait some more days maybe until they will show up on the results, but let's see. And then the most important thing which I want to get running, and which I also mentioned in my last video, is that I right now sell most of my cards on Ricardo, again, which is similar to eBay, but for Switzerland only. And here I have like all my cards listed, and the most cards sell here on this platform. So if I click on sold, you can see all my sales here. And right now it does not sync between Shopify and Ricardo, which is not so nice, because then I need to, every time I get a sale on each of both platforms, I need to manually adjust the amount of the cards. But now I will get the connection so that it automatically syncs my Ricardo and my Shopify sales, and I can then see every sale which I get on Ricardo also in my Shopify sales. So I can then just use Shopify as my product inventory and also for all my sales, which is really nice. And for this, to get it running, I needed to build like an endpoint where I have all my cards, and I just used a script that goes over this inventory in Shopify, where I have now all my cards. And what it does, it just runs every 5 minutes and syncs all my cards to a specific format, which can then be read by Ricardo, and Ricardo will list my cards. But this is not active right now. I need to wait for the approval, but I hope it will get activated during the next month. And now a bit more technical part. If you do not want to see this, just skip to the next part. I just wrote a script which I host on Google Cloud Platform or GCP. And I have like one function which runs every 5 minutes and just collect all the cards. I needed to get an API token from Shopify, which is very easy. And then you can just get all your inventory stuff from there and just run through every card. I uploaded the second photo of the card, which I showed you before, just to an S3 bucket, and so you can just store like image there. And what it then do is connect image with the correct card, and it will then get to this result where I have like the specific structure which I need for Ricardo, and then every card is then in this file, and Ricardo just read this file and publish then the offers, hopefully. And you can then see here all the image links connected to the correct card and also with a description of the card. And also if I miss some of the cards or the photos in Shopify, so if I forget to make a photo of a card, I will get an email notification every day, so I see then every time when I miss a card or miss to make a photo of a card, and can correct it then quickly every day. And so I hopefully do not mess up. This is how I set it up right now. Now enough of the technical stuff. Let's see which customers buy from my CardTrader store, from which country they are. And yeah, I collected the data. Let's see how it looks. Now we take a look on my sales on CardTrader and the countries which I sold the most cards in the last 4 months or 3 months, I think 3 months, where I now sell on CardTrader. And number 1 is Italy, with like 1/3 of all the sold cards, with around about $160. And then on the second place is the US already, which I was very surprised because I know that the shipping will take like 5 weeks there, because one of my viewers ordered something and he told me that it took like 5 weeks until it arrived finally. So those both countries account for half of my whole sales. And then all the other countries, which are 31 in total, accounted for the rest of my sold cards. And then the next countries are like UK, Spain, Finland, Chile, which is also surprising in South America, because I'm sitting in Europe and it takes also time to get there. Then Germany, which is very close, Mexico, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, then Switzerland, my country where I sell from, and then also some more countries which have like smaller values. But I was really surprised that they end all over the world. Yeah, so I just wanted to share with you that you can see where my cards go, which I sell on CardTrader. This is my smallest portion because I sell most of my cards on Ricardo, so within Switzerland, and also on Card Market, which is also within Switzerland mostly. I sell in whole Europe, but I very, very rarely get orders from other countries within Europe. I think like I got 3 or 4 in total, so maybe 1 in a month. And I think it's because of the taxes, and it takes also time. But CardTrader is very international, and Italy is first because the company of CardTrader sits in Italy. I think this is the reason why it's there, number 1. And yeah, US is by far the largest market, and I think most of my viewers is also from the US. So this is then place 2, and yeah, all the other countries then account for only half of the sales. And now let's see how I did in October, and let's go to the numbers. Here we go with the numbers of October. And first, the listed value, we got $2,500 here, up 5% from last month. And I did not have right now the collection inside, which I showed you in the video priorly. And so this will then increase a bit. I got them on Shopify, not all the cards, but some, but not on Ricardo. And so, yeah, they will get in the next 1 to 2 weeks, hopefully also there. And then this will increase. On CardTrader and Card Market, I did not list bulk cards. I got like 10,000 lying here around, and hope this weekend I will get time to get them in my inventory, and then this number will also increase. But right now we got minus 1% because I sold some of my cards. And in total, we have still fixed costs of around about $200. This did not change from last month. I think next month it will change because we need to pay then Shopify fee. And I think this is then €25, so $30 a month. Okay, now coming to the revenue of October. On Ricardo, where we sell our more valuable single cards, we made $715. This is a bit less than last month. And also on Card Market, it's a bit less, and we sold here $135. On CardTrader, again, also a bit less than last month, and we have here $50. Direct sales, we didn't get any this month. I hope next month we can get some direct bulk sales. And on Shopify, we got 1 sale for $15. And this leads us to a total for the month of October of $925. And now over all the months where we sell right now, which are nearly 5 months, we reached $6,000 in revenue. Okay, now coming to the profit of October. Here we got on Ricardo $420. On Card Market we got $130. As you can see, this is nearly like the same as the revenue. So here the bulk card profits are very nice. And CardTrader, we got $30 this month, and it slowed down over the last few days and weeks, I think. And this is also because I think I did not list the new bulk cards in this month, and this will hopefully go up if I now list more of my bulk cards which I have lying around here. And then on Shopify we made $6, and in total, after subtracting the cost of October, we have $385 profit for this month. And in total, this leads us now in our series to around about $2,500 in profit. And if we calculate this now per month, then we would round about average on $500. And this is very good in my opinion, and I did not expect this. And yeah, so this was my update for October. And if you want to follow along my journey, just feel free to subscribe to my channel. So, thanks for watching.